Do you struggle to finish points with your backhand volley? Does the ball come out as slow as a snail? Or perhaps does the opponent play a lob every time you hit a backhand volley? Don't worry, because today we're gonna fix this. Vamos! This is a highly requested video from you padel drivers, and it makes sense because the backhand volley is one of the most technical shots in padel. If you don't have a strong backhand volley, your opponent is always gonna play there. And it's even more important if you are a right-handed player that plays on the right side of the court, because most of the time you're gonna be playing the backhand volley, since he's the one that it goes to the center of the court. So why is it so hard to play a powerful backhand volley? The main reason is that on the forehand volley, we can get much more acceleration from my arm. However, on the backhand, I'm usually gonna move the arm much slower. So we need to find different sources of power for the backhand volley, which are the ones that I'm gonna explain right now. But before we jump into this, can we play a powerful backhand volley all the time? The answer is no. Why? Because we need a good ball to play this shot. If the opponent is playing really high, from here we cannot play a fast volley. If the opponent is playing really fast, maybe I don't have time to play and I have to play more like a blocking volley. And also, if the opponent is playing really low and I have to go here, I cannot play fast and maybe I have to look to go to the fence or to play to a different angle so that he is not attacking me. Remember, choose the right ball to go aggressive on the backhand volley. So first tip, racket preparation. Remember, we start from the neutral position where the racket is at the height of my chest, and from here, super important, I have to bring my racket to the left ear. Okay? I saw this video from Hugo Casas and I absolutely love it. I think it's the best way to explain the preparation on the backhand volley. I'll say it again. From here, I have to feel that I'm bringing the racket to the height of my left ear. Okay? That's gonna be the preparation for the backhand volley. But Gonzalo, why so high? Really good question. If we want to put good slice on my volleys, it's important that I prepare the racket above the ball. Okay, because from here it's much easier to put a slice than if I just prepare low and I try to do it everything with my wrist. So remember, racket to the height of your left ear, if you are right-handed. Tip number 2, the shoulder rotation. This is gonna be one of the main sources of power to get a fast backhand volley. So it's really important that I get the shoulder rotation when I'm gonna hit. Okay, I see so many players playing with the chest pointing to my opponent and just doing this. It's completely impossible to play a fast backhand volley if I'm touching the ball there with my body pointing forwards. Okay, make sure that you leave the ball on one side and you get this shoulder rotation when you are hitting. Tip number 3, and this is probably the most important one, but before I tell you this tip, make sure that you drop us a like if you are enjoying this video, because this tip is gonna change your backhand volley forever. And this is stepping in when you are hitting. I cannot emphasize how important this is for so many reasons. First, because it's gonna allow me to transfer the weight of my body into the ball. So it's gonna be another source of power to get a powerful volley. Second, I'm taking time away from my opponent because I'm not waiting for the ball, I'm going to get the ball in front of me. And third one, what we have to imagine is that the ball is doing this, it's coming high, 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 and then it starts to get low and low. So if I step in, I'm gonna get the ball when it's higher. So it's gonna be easier to play a powerful shot. Told you, it was super important. Tip number 4, and many people forget this one, and is the non-dominant hand. We talk about this in the backhand video, we leave it over here, but the main reason why we need to use the left hand is to create this tension when I'm hitting and not another source of power. So I don't have to just put the hand here, I have to actually grab the racket in the throat, because whenever I'm releasing, I'm getting that tension that I need to play a fast backhand volley. The other important thing to do with this hand is to remember to pull back when you are hitting, because you are always going to get much more power if you involve both sides of the body than if you just go with the right side. Also, if you just go with the right side of your body and you are just pushing, but there's nothing pulling back, the moment you finish, you lose balance because there's nothing going in that direction. So remember to go there with your left hand. If you watch the pros, there are two ways of doing this with the left hand. Pros like Maxi Sanchez, they prefer to go there a bit higher with the left hand. See this tension, okay? Look at the fingers. And some other pros like Juan Lebron, they prefer to finish there with the chest wide open. But the important thing to remember here is that the hand has to go a bit high. Make sure that you don't finish with the hand down, because it's more likely that the ball ends up at the net. There is actually a third way of pulling back with the left hand, and it's you grab here, you generate a lot of tension, and then bam, you hit the like button. Tip number 5, where are we going to be aiming with this backhand volley? Well, many players, they think that you have to go really deep and really close to the glass, but this is actually not true. It is much better to aim around the service line. First, because you're going to have more margin in case you miss and it's not that good, you still have a space for the ball to go in. And second, because it's much easier that the ball bounces, touches the glass and dies if you play to the service line. And the final tip, and so many amateur players do this wrong, is don't be lazy, okay? Make sure that when you finish the shot, you don't end up here looking at the ball, because it's super important that you recover your position so that you can step in the next one. So it should look something like this. I'm ready, I hit, and I quickly take this step back. I hit, and I quickly take this step back. If you don't do this, I promise you're gonna lose so many points and you're gonna lose all the advantage that you gained with the previous shot. Padel drivers, hopefully you found these backhand volley tips helpful. If it was the case, we would really appreciate if you could share this video with your padel partner so that you can start winning more games. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. ¡Vamos!